Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to the Clearance Camo podcast. I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Today we have a special announcement. I've been thinking it over and trying to work through it, and I've decided that I needed a co-host, and so for most of my episodes now, you are going to be hearing the lovely sounds of my wife joining me. So go ahead and say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so it'll be the two of us doing the Clearance Camo podcast. It's not uncommon to have couples do a podcast together. It's not uncommon to hear a couple of people in a hunting podcast, but it is a little uncommon to have a husband and wife duo in the podcast. And so...
in a hunting podcast.
In a hunting podcast, you're correct. Things are going to be a little bit different here. You guys are going to hear some perspectives from both sides of the table on this. To an extent now, my wife and I have very similar views on hunting and fishing and outdoors. And so we have a lot of common ground. Things that I guess a lot of couples don't have that luxury of. And so I'm pretty excited to be welcoming my wife onto this. But for today's episode, we will be talking about...
How big of a chicken I am.
So we'll be talking about hunting with somebody versus hunting alone. And kind of where we stand on that. So... my wife recently tried to go out and get a deer, and only had a buck tag, so couldn't shoot any does. It had to have antlers. So I guess it could have been a doe with antlers, but those aren't very common. They exist. They're just not. There's one in the museum in Rigby.
I don't even know what that would be called.
A duck. No, so they have a doe with antlers in the museum in Rigby, Idaho. I don't even know if that museum's still open. I've never...
I gotta look this up now. What the hell is a doe with antlers? I swear to God, if it pops up, it's like, this is a duck. I'm gonna be like, that's not a duck. It doesn't go quack. Or it's gonna be like, dummy, this is a buck. No.
So that's actually why Idaho's tags don't say buck or bull. They say antlered and antlerless. That's wise because sometimes the females can grow antlers, and so that's also why they require you to leave the genitalia intact until it's processed, so that you can they can verify the gender, because the antlers alone are not enough 100% of the time. And so, but, I mean, it happens. It's just not very common.
It's their testosterone levels.
Testosterone?
Shut up.
Anyway, so my wife went out and was looking for a deer with antlers, and she didn't see such things.
No, I saw
Sorry about that.
I saw everything but a antlered deer.
Nah,
we saw a bull. I saw elk. And then I saw 2 bull moose, tons of antelope, and a ton of does and fawns, but nothing that had antlers that I could shoot. So,
one of the things where we kind of grew up differently, though, is when I was growing up, it wasn't uncommon for my dad to go hunting by himself, and it wasn't necessarily taught to be a bad thing for me growing up. We could, when we got old enough to take care of ourselves, obviously, we could go out, go out in the woods and go hunting all by ourselves, as long as somebody knew where we were. It wasn't a big deal to just take off and go.
Well, I mean, it's not a big deal for us either. I mean, it's like Sadie, she'll go out and she Like, she'll go out by herself and walk some of the areas. And, I mean, my dad and my uncles have done it all the time. I'm just apparently a boob.
So, I don't know. Since we've been together, I've gone out multiple times by myself.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm in the area with the car. Well, I guess you've gone out a couple times by yourself, where I was in the area. Or
I'll go out early and meet somebody there a few hours later.
Yeah.
And that's when I get attacked by beavers. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you can view my Instagram, or you can go to my Duck Opener 23 podcast, and you guys can hear it there. But yeah, I got attacked by some beavers while I was out there, and not in a good way. So
my God.
So when my wife was out looking for her antlered deer, we could just call it a buck because that's what they are majority of the time.
Yes, because it's difficult to sit here and actually be like antlered deer.
Yeah.
My brain's like, that's a buck, stupid.
We're not scientists here. We're biologists. We're called clearance camo.
Wouldn't that be a zoologist?
It could be a biologist.
But don't zoologists deal with animals?
Biologists deal with biology.
Okay, but like if it's a deer, that's an animal. Not like, I mean, I guess a biologist somewhat, but I feel like this is definitely more of a zoologist.
I bet if you go to the Fish and Game website, they're not going to have a position for a zoologist. They're going to have a position for a biologist.
Whatever.
Anyway, so you went out.
Yep.
And you went on a few hikes by yourself.
Yep.
And how was that for you?
Terrifying. So, the first one that I did, I went up with my grandparents. That's when I saw the bull elk. It had, like, just a little bit of snow started falling. So, seeing the elk, I figured, oh, hey, like, maybe there's movement. And we had reached the end of the road, and there was no more road for a truck to go on, but there's plenty of trail for, people to walk on. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to hop out here. I'll walk this trail over here. If an elk is moving, maybe I'll get lucky and there's a buck moving. We're up in some pretty thick trees, so that's where the bucks like to hide. And so I got all my gear on, and my orange.
All your gear, my butt. You got all your gear.
I was a good kid, and on that one, I got all my gear on.
She often forgot her binoculars in her pack. She brought her rifle and her orange vest for most of these hikes.
At least I remembered the orange, okay? I never went far from the car. Okay?
Obviously.
So, okay, well, on one I kind of did. But, I guess that actually wasn't my first one, because I got out in when I went up with Maddie, and I got out, and that's when I was, like, almost all the way into that little area and could see the fence, and that's when my stupid self was like, what you gonna do if you got one?
Yeah, she didn't have a knife.
I had the ammo in my rifle and my vest. I didn't even bring extra ammo. I had my license on me. That was in my pocket.
That's good. I mean, granted, your rifle's not like a hooty-dooty high-end rifle.
No.
So after the third shot, when your barrel gets hot, you start getting flyaways.
Right.
And so...
Okay, but if it takes me 3 shots...
Your rifle holds 4.
Oh, I understand that, but I'm saying, I don't think I'm going to get 3 shots off at the same buck.
This is true.
Just like him standing there being like, hey, miss me, try again. No. But that one I didn't get too spooked on, but that was also super... It was earlier in the day, broad daylight, I could see everything around me. But the one up at the top of the hill with my grandparents, lived with the snow falling, couldn't really see much. I knew stuff was moving because I could hear it around me. I just couldn't see anything. And being up at that, those top parts, that's where you see a lot of the mountain lions up there. And even though I'm sure there wasn't one out, I don't know, my brain is like, it's gonna get you. And I could hear a bunch of the elk around me. They were calling. I couldn't see any of them. but I could hear a bunch of the cows. So I didn't make it very far on that walk. I pretty much walked a little ways and was like, nope, and turned back around. And then we went up a couple days later, and I went on a couple little walks. I don't even want to say they were a hike. It wasn't a hike. While you sat in the car and going up. Well, it was kind of a similar terrain, the old log trail that I went up on.
Yeah. Which I've hiked in there a few times.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was getting dark. It was towards the end of the day where, shooting light was getting pretty dim. But in my defense, I'm night blind. Okay? I can't see well whether I have glasses or contacts on when it is nighttime. And so I was having a difficulty time seeing things anyways. So I got back in there, and as soon as it was like, there is more darkness than light. As far as like shadows and everything went, I turned around, I hightailed it out of there.
Yeah.
He's getting pooky.
It looked like I could see you kind of picking up the pace on your way out.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the car, I was like, thank you, Jesus. I lived. I made it out alive. Well, that, and I would I had to pee while I was in there, and I've never been so, aware of my surroundings before. I checked for damn trail cameras, because my ass was not about to be on someone's trail camera. They're going to be like, look at this booty. No. Absolutely not.
Trail camera OnlyFans.
Oh, my God.
Dad's trail cameras picked up some pictures of elk that I could probably put on a trail camera OnlyFans.
Put the one of the bull sniffing her butt.
Yeah. He was in it, too. He
true.
was, up to the ivories in her butt.
Well, that's where he wanted to be.
He was just a spike, too, so. And then shortly after, there's a picture of a big bull coming in, so I'm sure that big bull wasn't having any of that.
No, I'm sure that spike there. That was as much action as that little spike got.
Probably. But we went hunting a few years ago, and remember when we were sitting under that tree, looking at the hillside, and it seemed like every little creek there would set you on edge, or every broken twig.
Well, I mean, it can get spooky. You don't know what there is. Yes, we're out there to be, we're the predator or whatever, but at the same time, there's plenty of things that can go wrong. So I'm a little more on edge whenever I'm out. I mean, there are times as I'm sitting there, if I'm sitting with somebody, I'm not near as on edge. At that point, it's more of just a curious, oh, what was that noise? Because it could have been a deer breaking the twig. Usually it's a stupid squirrel. But it could have been a deer.
Yeah, the squirrels, man, they sound just like deer when they're traipsing through the woods, don't they?
Right? Who knows something so... That's where Evie was a squirrel in her past life.
But, so, I mean, we sat under that tree for a while in the rain. Mm-hmm. And apparently you learned some new things about me that day. You learned that I can sit still.
The only time you sit still is when you're hunting.
Only when I'm deer hunting or big game hunting, even duck hunting, I still can't sit still.
Which is the biggest thing you need to do in duck hunting?
Yeah, pretty much.
But sit the fuck still, and you're okay, over there being some golden retriever, wiggling your butt.
The problem that I have, though, with duck hunting, is the area that I've been going to this year, with the exception of where I went opening morning. I can't see anything. The reeds are too high. And so I feel like I'm missing birds. Oh. And I don't want to just sit there and blow my call continuously. I'd prefer to see the birds off at a distance and call them. But the problem is if I can see them, they can see me.
Right.
And so if I see a bird while I'm standing, I have to reach for my call without breaking my silhouette, bring the call to my mouth, and start calling, make sure my shotgun's within range, and still have to continue to call and see if I can bring them in while I'm standing. Now, There is a decent spot though where I've been at that has a tree behind me, and when they're circling and they go behind that tree, it makes it so they can't see me. So I'll hurry up and sit down.
There you go.
And sometimes I miss the mark, and they never come back from that circle. But
you've seen, like, I do okay walking through with somebody when we were up with the elk, and like I was doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, you do fine.
You got more nervous during that hunt than I did.
When we had to pull the ivories out?
No.
Oh.
When we saw the wolf tracks. I was down below you, and all of a sudden you're yelling at me to come up and walk closer to you. And you're like, you stay behind me. And I'm like, why? And you're like, these are wolf. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I want them to eat you first.
I was behind you.
Exactly.
Rude.
That was the same hunt that we came across that wolf kill. It was just the next day.
No, that was the same day.
No, it was the next day.
That was the same day.
No, because we got dropped off again and we were walking through. And we hadn't.
Oh, that's right.
We hadn't made it to that spot yet, and then
right.
We saw the elk killed by the wolves up there, and there was about a dozen different tracks, and
and it was still like semi-fresh.
It was, but I mean, there was no sense in pulling the meat off of it.
Oh no, that was like,
and the hide was toast too.
Yeah, like that was destroyed, but
the ivories were still good.
Well, yeah.
And so we pulled those ivories off, and we got I wouldn't say stalked, but we were spotted by a mountain lion.
Yeah, we weren't like not stalked because she stayed up in the tree, but I still remember because you started working on the ivories first.
And I'd never pulled ivories before.
Right. And which I have. But you were like, hey, this is still semi-fresh. We're messing with their kill. So, I pulled my pistol, and then you handed me yours. So I was holding double, and you're like, you keep an eye out. I'm going to try and get these done. And I'm like, okay. And so as I'm sitting there, watching, I happen to, turn and look behind us. And then, there was that big tree. And, well, you're better at figuring out how far away was that tree.
The tree was only 20 yards from us.
Well, yeah, I was going to say 20, 25.
Yeah.
And there was I saw movement in the tree, and I'm sitting there like, what the hell is that? That wasn't a bird. That's not how birds move. And then I saw the tail flick, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
It's a kitty. And that's when I was like, honey, swap me. I know how to do this, and you do better under pressure with firearms because I'm going to panic.
And, I mean, we're with our muzzle loaders, so it's not like we had
a ton of shots.
And then,
no.
Also, that mountain lion, the tree that it was in private property.
Yep.
That tree was literally on the boundary of the private property.
Yeah, it was the fence and then the tree.
Like the fence rubbed against the tree.
Yeah.
And so we didn't really get, there was no ethical way to kill that mountain lion. Tag or no tag.
Yeah, no.
I mean, with it being on private property, it wouldn't have been ethical. But apparently people hunt that private property all the time without the owner's permission. But there's signs all along that fence marking it as private property.
It's very well marked as private property.
It doesn't say no hunting, but it does say private property.
It does. Well, yeah, but it's unless you have permission from that, from the hunter, if that property says private property, it doesn't matter whether it says no hunting or hunting alike. Right. You need to have that permission. It's it's part of being good sportsmanship, ethical. Well,
then why would they post it where we are? Because there's not road access where we were either. You had to hike in there.
Right, but it's for people because, the other side is all public. They know people are hunting up there. So if it's posted, obviously they don't want you on it.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Is they obviously don't want people on that land.
Yeah.
And I get it. They probably are aware that some hunters are going to trash it and leave their garbage and whatever. And it's not cool, but...
Or, hey, it's their, it's their own little family honey hole, and that's where they have, and whatever.
Really
they bought the land, hole. They have it.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's area. What they get to do. But like I said, it's just not ethical to hunt that. So.
But no, I got those ivories out, and there was a little clearing right past.
It was about 50 yards past us.
Yeah, so as soon as we got those ivory outs, I don't think we have ever ran so fast in our lives.
I don't know if we really ran.
I did.
We walked pretty quickly.
I was like, get me the hell out. And as soon as we still had the pistols out. Like, we didn't put anything away. We grabbed everything. So if there happened to be an elk at that point that popped out, it would have lived. Because we were not set up, like, to shoot anything. Because we didn't set back up and, like, get repositioned with all of our equipment and stuff until we made it to that clearing.
Especially with my hunk of junk muzzleloader. That thing fires, like, 1 out of 100 times.
Well, that's what you get for getting an inline.
I know. I really should go to the more traditional style. Like, I don't want a flintlock.
No, just get one like mine.
Yeah, with the side percussion.
Yeah,
but
it's so nice.
Justin.
And it smells so good when it fires.
Ours smell the same when they fire.
No, they don't.
But Justin McMurray from McMurray Hand Forged, you guys probably, if you've been following along, you've heard of him. But he keeps trying to tell me that it's traditional style to have that side percussion, but it's to be true traditional, you need to have like a flintlock.
I mean, I don't feel like he's wrong. Like, it's
no, but he has a really good point with the inline. So Idaho's so restricted on what you can do with a muzzleloader that you have no benefit to an inline.
No.
Except for cost. Cost is your only benefit.
Right.
Right. Where I can buy an inline for under $200, but I want anything that's somewhat traditional, and I'm minimum $450.
I don't know. Like, mine wasn't that much.
Well, you bought that
in Nevada.
In Nevada, how long ago? 7 years ago?
What am I, 28 now?
Yeah.
So it's been almost 9 years?
9 years. So,
somewhere in there.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to find them for that now. I mean,
probably not.
Even at Dixie Gunworks, their cheapest one's like $400. I didn't look at the kits. I don't know how much the kits are, but I've been debating on that too. If I just want to do a kit and do all the work like your brother did for a senior project.
Yeah, it didn't turn out bad.
Well, and I would feel more accomplished. Like, I built this and then I killed something with it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Although, if you're going to do that, we need to make up your minds on if we're building fishing poles or we're building muzzleloaders. Because if you're building a muzzleloader, I want to build one.
At the fishing poles I was looking at and everything, we would be about the same cost.
Okay, but we can't do them at the same time.
No, I think if we're going to do it, we should just build the muzzleloaders.
All right.
And
then build fishing poles?
Yeah, and if we do the muzzleloaders, we could do kind of our own little scroll.
Oh, we could make them his and hers.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, I could do kind of what I wanted to do with that shotgun that I ordered. These guys don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe I did mention it. I ordered that Weatherby Orion.
Right.
Over under. And I wanted to do, like, the high gloss. So it's, like, super shiny. And I wanted to use it as a upland gun. But decided to go with the matte because I am extremely hard on things. Stormy's shaking her head.
As I pointed out to you.
Yeah, Stormy's the one.
Because you were like, I like the glass. And I'm like, you're going to beat the shit out of it and you're going to scratch it and then you're going to be upset. I would be really upset if I scratched that. Right. So get the matte.
I mean, it's not the most expensive gun in the world.
No.
It's not even the most expensive gun that I want.
Right.
Like, I don't need a $20,000 shotgun,
Sweet Jesus, I would hope not.
But it would be nice, but I don't need one. I don't really want one. But I mean, like, I would love like a Benelli Super Black Eagle 3. Which I don't know if you guys can hear this. My wife's holding our daughter. She's got the hiccups. So
she just wanted to be another host.
But I want a Benelli Super Black Eagle 3, and they're not cheap. They're $2,000-$3,000. But obviously I'm not going to buy one right now. It's called clearance camo because we don't buy the expensive things. But I have a Benelli knockoff, the Super Black Eagle 1, and having shot it and shot a Super Black Eagle 2 and talking with people that have shot it and a Super Black Eagle 3, I mean, it's very hard to tell the difference.
How many are there?
There's only 3 Super Black Eagles.
Oh, you just kept going with numbers. I was getting worried for a second.
There's only 3 right now. They did just release a new shotgun, and then Benelli also released a line of rifles.
Sweet Jesus. I guess I shouldn't give like too much crap. Here I am with my, what is it, G2? They have like G3.
They have G4X.
G4, yeah.
GX4. GX4, that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, that's a Taurus, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, we're talking like a couple $100. We're
not no, I was just saying like, no, I know. I wasn't going off a price. I was just saying, how many models are they going to make? Like, is this going to turn into some like Fast and Furious thing going on here?
Well, you want to talk about models.
Continuously making the same gun. Just, well, this is now number 1. This is number 2.
Well, look at what Springfield did with their XD line. So there was the XD, the XDM, the XDS, the XDE. And then I think people got tired of hearing XD. And so then they started going like Hellcat.
But they still added like, because there's the Hellcat.
The Hellcat Pro.
Yeah, there's an S.
The Hellcat S.
Does it have an S at the end of it?
No.
I'm trying to remember all the ones.
But they have all these different like subcategories where you can get the ones that are, tan, or you can get the ones that come with a red dot, or you can get the ones that come with a laser. You can get the ones that come with a laser and a red dot. You can get,
or the ones that come like just with like the railing to add those, but it doesn't come with those.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I mean, the Pro comes with it all anyway, but
well, yeah,
it comes with the ability to attach it. But anyway, yeah. So, I mean, for that Weatherby Orion, I wanted to add like a medallion in there or something. I really wanted to personalize it, and I mean, for us, $1,000 shotguns, like, I mean, that's a hooty dooty shotgun for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not these guys that have, the nicest of everything.
No.
And so, I mean, hell, like, look at the boat. The boat is, I mean, it's a free boat. And I mean, it's got a hole in it. It leaks a little.
A little.
Well, I mean, you haven't been in it, so you can't judge.
I've heard plenty of stories.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to get lost in too. So, but it makes a good duck boat. So, I didn't want to add this like medallion to that shotgun unless I was gonna have it done perfect, but if we build those muzzle loaders, I could do it before everything's finished and add a little something to it.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, it might even be fun to do like personalized coins that have like our wedding date on it.
Yeah.
And hey, you know what? Next year's anniversary, isn't 4 years wood?
I don't know.
I think 4 years is wood.
Sure, we got 4.
Well, yes, dear, we're coming up on 4. But
hey, there's no fussing.
But we could do that for sure. Fourth year's leather.
Oh, that's right.
No, third year's leather.
Yeah, because we just did leather. Because you did leather scented soap.
Yeah, I did.
It's leather.
So I'm a turd when it comes to gifts. Yeah. So.
Go ahead. Go ahead and explain it. Don't just go, yeah. Go ahead and explain it.
So 5th year anniversary is wood, so we got a little bit of time to save some money for this. But
yeah. Good
so
save.
My wife got me this breakfast sandwich maker for Christmas one year.
You got to start. Okay. He loves egg sandwiches in the morning. You have your egg with a little bit of hot sauce and cheese. Yeah, your bagel. And he likes the English muffins. I don't like the English muffins. I think those are gross. But he makes his sandwiches all the time in the morning. And I thought, getting him one of those like cute little breakfast sandwich makers where you just put everything in It's the plates get hot, and then you move the little plates, and boom, you lift it up, and there's your sandwich all put together, like ready to go. Turns out I was wrong.
It only cooks one egg.
Yeah. Well, so Christmas morning I give it to him, and I'm so excited. Like, I am thinking that I just got one of the best gifts, because for those who don't know what we look like, I mean, I don't want to say we like food, but no, we like food.
We don't belong on My 600-Pound Life.
No, but we like food. And so yeah, I thought I did really, really good. And he opened it and he looks at it and he was like, "Oh, thanks." And I was like, "The hell?" And then
I did try and use it.
We take it over, and he's sitting there and he's making it, and then he just you would have thought that he was out there working on the car. The man definitely had a career as a mechanic. He just starts going off, and then he just sits there. He's like, "What the hell? All this does is make a mess, and it's just going everywhere." And I'm like, "Well, how many? If you just put the egg in, you do this. The hell you mean an egg? It's a one egg. What, stupid?" And it just goes off about how
who eats a egg? One egg.
Normal people.
Well, I can understand having one goose egg or one large duck egg, but one egg is not breakfast.
Maybe you should now try it again, but with a duck egg, since they're bigger.
Oh, good Lord. Can you imagine the mess? Imagine one of Patricia's eggs in there. Patricia's one of our large ducks.
Yes. But yeah, so he just went off, through the thing, and there was breakfast sandwich everywhere, and I was super upset. And I proud of the rest of the day. And then after a while, I really didn't say anything, started cleaning up the mess in the kitchen, and then he realized
how shitty of a person I was.
Yeah, and how he reacted, and I was at that point I'm like, nope. So since then, I don't buy him anything.
She does buy me stuff. Okay, let's not get too carried away. But she lets me pick it out.
Yes. I pretty much say, okay, here's your rules. Here's what I'm thinking. And he doesn't get surprises.
Okay. It's not that I don't get a surprise.
No, you don't get surprises, because I always tell you before I buy anything, or even these sometimes that I have tried to be sneaky, you have something on layaway, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go put some money on this, and so he'll go to pay it off, and it'll be way cheaper than what he thought, or I'm just going to go buy it, and because you set this stupid alarm on your phone, it all of a sudden dings, and then you call me, and you're like, "So honey, what did you spend this much at Cal Ranch or Sportsman's or wherever, and I happen to have this item on layaway just for that amount."
Well,
la 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 la.
What are the odds that it's exactly $100?
Yeah.
But I don't have that on this one. I don't have the alarms.
Thank God.
But another thing is I'm a shit, and I guess.
Yeah.
What she's getting me.
And apparently, I'm extremely predictable.
And so, it's just that I will say something over and over and over and over and over again, saying that I want it, and then she'll be like, "Well, I bought you Christmas today," and I'll be like, "Oh, did you buy this?" And she'll just look at me like, "Shit, what do I do now?" And she's like, "Nope, I didn't buy that," and then she can't make eye contact. It's yeah, that's what she got. But speaking of Christmas,
I don't even do that anymore, though. I don't even bother doing that. I'm like, here's what you're buying. Well, what I picked you up for your anniversary, I didn't buy it. I was like, hey, I thought this would be really cool, and I thought you'd really like it. And you were like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, you don't really like this.
The apron?
Yeah.
I would love the apron, though. I would love the apron.
I don't believe you.
But she let me pick out my own anniversary gift, and at the time, I was working retail. And so I went to the store that I was working at, and with it being our third year together, third year's leather.
Yeah, we're one of those weird people that follow what it's supposed to be.
Somewhat.
It has to at least have the somewhat of a concept of it.
Right, and so this year was leather, and so what did I get you for?
You got me my knife, and it has a leather sheath.
That's right. I got her the Tops Field Dog, which comes with a leather sheath.
And I'm so excited to use it this weekend.
Yep. So in 3 days,
Yes.
3 days, and we get to go pheasant hunting. So, and then she told me to pick up my own gift. So, if you follow my Instagram, you saw that I had a case of the Federal Top Gun red, white, and blue shotgun shells.
Yep.
And then there was a bar of soap that was leaf and leather. And that was the leather portion. It was soap that smells like leather. And, well, last year for our anniversary, I put a shotgun on layaway for you. And turns out it's not the shotgun that we ended up getting, though.
Nope, I changed it.
I put, it was a cheap shotgun. It was an Escort, which for those of you who haven't heard of Escort, there's a reason for that. Because it's extremely cheap. And,
Clarence Gamma.
But I put this Escort shotgun on sale because at the time you didn't bird hunt.
Nope.
And I really wanted you to try it. I wanted you to have your own shotgun. And I wanted you to be able to go out and give it a whirl. And I know pump shotguns are more reliable than semi-autos. Plus, I know you like that traditional look. So it was a wood shotgun, wood furniture on it. But then we went pheasant hunting.
Yeah.
And so I had it on layaway for a little bit longer than our anniversary. But we went pheasant hunting, and the opening day, you came with me just to see what it was like to go duck hunting and see what it was like to go pheasant hunting.
Yeah.
And you did not care for duck hunting.
No. A damn snake almost got me.
It didn't almost get you.
It did. Why did all these things happen to me when I gotta pee? It's because I'm a girl and I have to squat. Like, it's not cool. But
you hear that? I am married to a woman.
Was it ever implied you weren't? Did I miss an episode?
No, but just in case anyone had it in their mind.
Do I sound like a man?
No, but just saying, I'm married to a woman. Anyways,
no, like, I really had to pee, and so, I go over, and we're over there in the reeds, and I'm like, oh, like, this is fine, like, my butt's, blocked from the group that was kind of down away from us, and, like, it's kind of like a good little hole, and so I go to plop, and I happen to, like, look down, and there's snake skin, or what I thought was a snake skin, and
I went over to investigate. There was no snake skin.
It was a snake!
It had to still be alive if she actually saw it.
And so I leaped up, pants still around my ankles, and ran back over to Clint, screaming that there was a snake over there. And so he went over and looked, and he's like, and I was like, there's a skin. And he's like, because, I am petrified of snakes, so I don't care, even if it really was just a skin and somehow it just disappeared. And so I know that's not really a snake, but that means one was in that area at some point. And yeah, and so I pretty much stood next to Clint, and that's where I peed. Because I was like, nope, there's snakies around here.
But where we were, it was a wildlife management area. And Idaho, I've mentioned this in the past, Idaho doesn't have a huge pheasant population. And so to hunt pheasants, you kind of have to go to the stocked areas.
Sorry.
And so this is a stocked area where they stock it full of roosters. And so while we were out there that morning, we actually got to watch them stock them.
That was so cool.
I mean, just watching dozens of birds come flying out of this truck it was pretty nifty to watch.
It was really cool.
And so then
I'm still upset we didn't find that.
The one that came right behind us?
Yes.
He was a big rooster.
He was huge.
It might have been that one that I shot.
Maybe.
That one that I shot was massive.
It really was.
We should have mounted him, but we ate him instead.
It was delightful.
But anyway, so we watched him stock. About 9:45 rolls around, and I didn't have decoys out or anything. We were just sitting on the water, sitting next to the water. And so, anyway, 9:45 rolls around. I reach in my bucket, when I go duck hunting, I always have a bucket to sit on. And I offered it to you, but no, you sat in the wet reeds.
I kept jumping every time you lifted it. I lifted your gun to shoot.
Yeah.
I would go lower because, there's a shotgun, and even though you were nowhere near my head, it just made me nervous. So I would dive to the ground. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit on the ground. That way I move less, which I didn't. But that was the idea behind what I was trying to do.
But anyway, so we reached in my bucket, got our orange out, and started walking waited until 10, and then we started walking into the field.
Yeah.
Because you can't hunt until 10 o'clock.
Right.
So we went out there, and there was a bunch of people out there.
It's not a bunch.
A dozen.
It's a fair amount.
There's a dozen people out there.
Yeah. Most of them had dogs, and then there's just us two out there.
But
I was your dog that day. It's fine.
Yeah. If you listen to some of the other podcasts, you can hear my wife talk about her being my bitch.
I got you, babe.
But we were the second to last group. Well, I was the second to last person to limit out.
Yeah.
It
almost took. So what? We got
an hour.
pheasant. We were Yeah,
we got our pheasants by 11.
that's right.
And I mean, like I said, there was dozens released out there, and there was about a dozen people besides us.
Yeah.
And the limit is 2 per person per day. So I mean, we got our limit within an hour, and then Stormy thought it was so fun that she decided that she wanted to do that, which that was her type of hunting, walking around looking for the game and having a skilled shot on it.
But not only that, I can talk during pheasant hunt.
You can talk.
You don't have to be quiet.
The idea is to kind of spook the birds.
You can just you don't have to walk quiet. You don't have to do nothing. You just show up and find them.
Now, the hard part for me for pheasant hunting is the stop walking part, where you walk 10, 15 steps and you stop and wait to see if anything flushes. Because if you don't have a dog, you got to find a way to scare them enough to fly. Now, if you keep walking, they're just going to run away. So that was kind of the problem that I have. But anyway, so because of that, Stormy fell in love with pheasant hunting. And so it was literally that day we went into where I had your gun on layaway and swapped it out for an over-under and paid it off.
Yep.
So that you could go.
And we bought my tag that day too, which was stupid though, because after that we didn't get any more.
No, you did. You did go.
I did go, but I didn't get any more. I didn't get one.
The ones I got were sickly too. Like, they didn't have those big long feathers.
No, just that one that you got on opening day was good.
Well, the 2 that I got opening day were good. Just the one was massive.
One was.
And then
maybe Patricia's somewhat related to that one.
But something else we learned too after that day is not to use that stupid federal upland steel. That stuff was just garbage. I mean, granted, we didn't have to pick any pellets out.
No, we did. Well, yeah, no, because it wasn't. It was after that. It was the bird that I had pellets in. But I'm still not entirely sure how you killed those birds. Because like the skin wasn't broke.
I broke their backs.
It had to have.
That's watching you come up on that second bird though.
It moved.
It didn't just move. It was having convulsions, and watching you come up on that second bird was just great. But
but I spotted that second bird for you.
She did. She spotted that.
I even pointed it out. I was like, "There it is." I really dedicated myself to being the bitch that day.
And ironically, the gun that we got her is a pointer. But anyway, so
I have decided that gun's name is Rooster.
Rooster?
Yep.
Rooster Cogburn?
What?
Rooster Cogburn.
Who's Cogburn?
It's from True Grit, the movie. John Wayne.
Nope.
How about the one with Jeff Bridges?
Nope.
It's got the girl from Pitch Perfect in it. Not Anna Kendrick, the legacy girl.
Nope.
Oh, well, we'll have to watch True Grit.
I'm sure I probably watched it. Papa loves to watch John Wayne, so I'm sure I've seen it. It's just not one of the ones that I watched
Hell,
enough.
I've got both of them on my phone.
Baby, the only thing on your phone that we watch all the time is Tombstone.
What?
Okay, if Tombstone is on, we are watching it.
That
Nothing
is
else
the
in
rule. If you see Tombstone, you have to watch it. Which
I have
really
agreed.
messed up Hulu for a while because it was on like the.
Oh, I know.
When you first started it up, it was right there.
And it was like, oh, that's what we're watching.
Look at Tombstone. Look at
Like, that's all we watched for a while because that's the only thing that popped up. And I was like, even if the show that we were looking for was next to it, because Tombstone's on there.
Yep, gotta watch Tombstone.
You don't pass over Tombstone. You'll watch the show we wanted to watch after Tombstone if we're still awake.
Yeah, Tombstone though. Well, I love Tombstone.
Now I kind of want to watch it.
Well, I have it on my phone.
I could fall asleep to Tombstone.
Sounds like we're watching Tombstone after this.
I'll be a huckleberry.
Okay, so if it's not Rooster Cogburn, is it Rooster from the ranch?
It's just Rooster.
Rooster Bennett?
Sure.
I just wasn't sure what you...
I was going Rooster because of a pheasant. It's my pheasant gun.
Alright. Yeah, we'll have to watch True Grit one of these days. We can watch the newer one with Jeff Bridges.
If I'm gonna watch it, I gotta watch the original.
You better watch the original before you watch the one with Jeff Bridges, because everybody that I've talked to that's watched them the other way around, with the exception of me, prefers the Jeff Bridges one. But
there's no fusses.
Yeah, so anyway, we got 3 more days. We're going to be dropping the kids off, going out early morning duck hunt again. You're not duck hunting though, you're just coming along.
Nope, I'll sit in the reeds and watch for the snakes.
Yep, and then
Justin can laugh at me.
Justin McMurray's coming with us. I bought you a stool.
Oh, that's right, you did!
I did buy you a stool, so you had something to sit on.
Just for these occasions.
Yes, just for this occasion, actually. Because last year, remember, we tried walking across, and you stepped in a puddle.
Oh, my God.
And she was soaked, like, up to her knee. And it was freezing.
It was so cold, and I was wet the whole rest of the day. Like, my boot didn't dry out. And then, on the way back, we discovered there was a land bridge.
Yeah, on the way back. But I think this time, we're just going to take the main road, the dike.
Oh, okay.
Coming in and try that to get there. It's a much easier path, and where I will be taking decoys this time. Now, it is against the law to leave your decoys unattended at these wildlife management areas. Now, the definition of unattended is more than 100 yards away for more than an hour, I think. It might be a half hour.
Right.
But with McMurray coming with us, I can leave him with the decoys.
Right.
So with McMurray watching the decoys while we go out and pheasant hunt, then they're not unattended. But he's been having a problem with his shotgun recently. Didn't like to fire, which is really weird. It would be like a really light primer strike.
I really hope mine doesn't have that issue.
Just pull the trigger twice. Because it only did it on the top barrel.
Yeah.
And I think if I spray a little bit of dry lube in there, we'll be alright. But
we need to clean the guns before we go out.
You clean your gun. I don't clean my guns until I'm done with the season. Until I start having issues, I don't clean them.
Okay, well, my gun's having issues.
But see, this is why I take 2 guns.
I don't have 2 guns.
Well, you could. I don't know if you'd want to walk around with 2 guns when you're pheasant hunting, but...
No!
But,
if anything, I'd rather go buy shoes.
I
gotta wear my big-ass boots out there.
He's been having issues with his not quite firing the way he wants it to. But he did take it apart, and he found some metal shavings in the channel for his firing pin.
Ew.
And so he got those out and tested it, and it's been working fine, but he hasn't taken it out hunting yet. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll be leaving one of my shotguns with him, just in case.
He won't use it.
Yeah, he will.
No, he won't. It'll turn into the same thing as it did last time, where it becomes like a personal thing.
This is personal! Which, if you guys have never seen Justin McMurray, you gotta follow McMurray Handforged on Instagram. Dude's like 6'4". He's not a little guy.
It's Yeti.
And
he's Bigfoot. You're Yeti.
You're not ready for this Yeti. But he's out there with a Maverick 88. And so it just looks so small with him. It's unnaturally small. So yeah, he He's not proportionate to that shotgun, but another thing that kind of makes my shotguns look so big, though, is I've got those Muller chokes in there, and they protrude an extra 1.5 inches because they're an extended choke. Now, I will say that this year, as opposed to last year, I am being more successful earlier in the season.
Yeah.
I'm killing more ducks than I did last year this early. And
well, after seeing your spray pattern on what you were using last year, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no joke. Like, my shotgun pattern was garbage last year. But I think between that and the Muller chokes, I am doing a lot better. I'm still not 100%, and I know for a fact that that is my fault. And one of my things is I need to work more on my leads for ducks, and that's something that you're not just going to watch a YouTube video and fix. You've got to work on it. And I've said it in the past, I prefer to have their landing gear out, get their feet down, wings cupped, and that's when I start shooting.
Right.
But when I move to pick up my shotgun or to get the shot, then they start flapping to take off. And I misjudge my lead. And so I really got to work on not leading so far when I do that. But you know, I dumped a teal the other day. Just freaking one shot, boom, down. But I looked for 2 hours for that bird. I couldn't find it. I'm not thrilled about that. But I looked for 2 hours, traipsing through knee-deep mud, trying to find that dang bird. And I could not. Fish and Game even came out, checked my license while I was looking for the bird. And he was a nice guy. He was nice enough to inform me that at least I was a nice enough sportsman to put in the effort to try and find it. Because, you know, teal are really small, and I'm in the tall reeds. So
right.
If it paddled its way into the reeds, like, good luck. But I went through the reeds. You know, I just could not find that bird. But I know for a fact that if I'd have taken that shot last year, with the chokes I had, with the shot I was using, I would have had to take 3 shots, and I would have missed all 3. But I shot, and he just folded up and just hit he hit the water. But I couldn't see, as soon as he hit the water, I couldn't see him because the reeds were in my way. I hate that. But yeah, this weekend there's going to be good hunts. Early morning duck hunt, pheasant hunt at 10, and then the next day be going out for another duck hunt.
And decorating cookies.
You'll be decorating cookies. I'm taking Justin McMurray out, and then another good buddy of mine, Justin Clayton, out, and we'll be going out to hunt some ducks on Sunday. Well, you'll be having McMurray's wife and kids over to decorate cookies.
Yep.
And so it'll be.
We'll save cookies for you to decorate. Don't worry.
It'll be Clarence Camo and the Justins.
My hell.
But we'll be out there hunting, seeing what we can down. Hopefully we get some, though, because I don't know if you guys watch the Tops Daily Grind October live, but if you watched that, you guys heard a comment from me about doing a video with cooking using Justin McMurray's pans, Tops knives, and my culinary arts, which I've never claimed to actually have. My wife is giving me that look of like, no shit, you can't cook to save your life. This is why you didn't eat the chili, isn't it? You had a spoonful of that chili that I made. A spoonful. You weren't sick. You just didn't want my chili.
Baby, okay, you can't cook. You can't. If you're trying to cook inside, you can't. But if you're using your smoker
or a grill,
you got that. You've got that.
Well,
but inside the house, you can't cook. But the spoonful that I had was very good.
It's a good chili.
It is a good chili. I didn't say it wasn't.
Yeah, it's good chili. But
it was a good chili. Everybody that had it liked it.
Everybody that had it doesn't have the heart to tell this guy right here.
Baby, I would tell you if it was gross. I've told you before things that you make. This is why I don't eat your hash browns.
Yeah, my hash browns are disgusting. They need to crisp it up.
It's eating goo.
Yeah. I gotta figure out hash browns. But I make good chili.
You make good chili.
I make some other things that are really good.
Inside the house?
Yeah, I do good at eggs. I make good eggs.
You make a great egg sandwich.
I do make a good egg sandwich.
I don't make the egg sandwiches anymore. You do.
I was gonna say to the point where you won't make them anymore.
Nope. You make a good tuna fish sandwich too.
I do make a good tuna fish, but that's not even cooking. That's just tuna from a can.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Mayo in
there.
But
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I now don't make tuna fish sandwiches. You do.
Yeah. I love tuna sandwiches though.
And the kids prefer your mac and cheese over mine.
Not anymore. I made mac and cheese for them. Both the girls were like, I don't like this mac and cheese.
Oh.
I was like, it's the same mac and cheese you've eaten. It's Kraft mac and cheese.
I don't know.
It's like that time we bought the vegan cornbread.
I still don't understand. I double the cornbread that I bought. I made sure. I literally got down and set, because they have it now on the very bottom shelf. And I went down and read each box before I grabbed the box to make sure.
And we'll probably get a bunch of crap for actually using boxed cornbread.
Yeah.
But it's so nice. So easy.
I would love to be one of those like homesteads and be able to do everything, but I can't.
We grew up with boxed cornbread.
Yeah.
Like, homemade cornbread is like a delicacy,
I'm not gonna lie though, like there are times where I've had people's homemade cornbread and I'm like, I prefer the box.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. There are some people that cannot make cornbread. Which I bet if I were to try and make cornbread, it'd be like, nah, box.
Like some of the things they add into it too.
If you're gonna add anything, jalapenos.
No, like I had one where they put a can of corn, like corn kernel,
that is disgusting.
In their corn.
That's disgusting. Maybe some bacon, some jalapenos, maybe a little bit of cheese.
See, and like I've had some with cheese, but they didn't do shredded cheese. They did cubed.
No, that's freaking awful.
And so, like, as you're biting it, you just get this chunk of cheese.
No.
And I was like, blah, blah, blah.
No, that's not okay. Like shredded cheese with like, I'm not a big bacon person.
No.
And so I don't want bacon in my cornbread. Now, if you greased the pan with bacon fat or bacon grease, I can get behind that. And I'll eat bacon. It's just I don't want it in my cornbread. But you could put it in whatever you're having the cornbread with. Put bacon in your chili? Sweet. Put bacon in your stew?
The one with the corn, like just whole kernels of corn. Apparently, that's like pretty common.
No. So, did I ever tell you about the first time I made cornbread with jalapenos?
I feel like yes, but I don't remember it, so I'm going to go with no.
So this story gets a little bit vulgar. So I was living in Nampa. I was going to college. And I was making chili and cornbread. But I didn't actually make the chili. It was canned chili and boxed cornbread. But I mean, I'm a college kid. And I have no time to myself.
Right.
So I was making this cornbread. And I was like, I want a little bit of spice to it. So I bought some jalapenos and I cut them up. And I didn't wear gloves.
Oh, no.
Right. And so I cut up the jalapeno and everything. And I got it mixed in. And I put everything in the pan. And put it in the oven. And then I went to go use the bathroom.
Oh, no.
I had to take a leak really bad. And I was holding it because I was working with food. And so I went to the bathroom. And I didn't wash my hands before I went. And I learned the hard way.
Oh, God.
What it's like to pepper spray your testicles. Is not a pleasant experience.
Oh, no.
And so I'm jumping around my apartment just like in agonizing pain.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, milk calms this down. I grabbed one of my short glasses, kind of like a Scotch glass, and I filled it full of milk. and I dunked the tea bag in the milk.
Oh my God.
And no, that didn't help.
No.
So,
oh my God. I can just picture it.
I threw the glass out when I was done, just so you know, so nobody had to drink out of my nut glass. But
my balls were in that.
But
Maybe something you do to Gage.
But I kind of just had to wait for it to wear off.
Yeah.
Like, I tried icing it, and that didn't help at all.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I was just in awful pain. And so I don't know if you noticed, now whenever I deal with jalapenos, like, the water's running.
No, I have noticed, and I've always just kind of been like, whatever, like, to each their own. People cook their different ways, have their different things. Like, I've never...
Yeah, that's why when I cook, like, if I'm dealing with raw meat or if I'm dealing with jalapenos, the water's running before I get started. And so I'm not, like, contaminating the knobs. So, like, I don't want, like, raw bacon on my sink knob, you know.
Right,
but
right.
Like, I mean, it's not a big deal with the jalapenos, but the water's running so I can wash my hands really well when I'm done.
Oh my God.
And so, yeah.
That's great.
But anyway, there will be a video coming out here soon. Well, it'll be in my Oktoberfest video, but it'll be me cooking with Tops and with Justin McMurray from McMurray Hand Forged. And depending on the amount of game that I get this weekend will depend on what we're cooking. Right now, it kind of looks like a, what did I call it? Taco pato.
What?
Taco pato. I looked up the Spanish, or the Spanish word for duck. It's pato. P-A-T-O. Pato. And so taco.
So wouldn't it be a pato taco?
Well, see, in Spanish, the adjective comes after.
Oh, that's right.
So taco pato. All right. Or I thought of this one too. Plato del pato. Plate of the duck.
This coming from the boy that is whiter than snow.
That's why they call me the Yeti.
My hell.
But anyway, so that video should be coming up. There's been some changes to what all was going to be in the video. I was trying to get with Rockman to get a little infomercial put in there for them, but they're very busy. So
We'll get them.
yeah, I'll get them eventually. So just trying to do a little bit of work with Rockman. There's some other people that I'm in contact with right now. They probably won't be in this Oktoberfest, but they could possibly be in next year's. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Running this podcast takes a hell of a lot of effort, like more effort than I ever thought it would.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to lie, and this is going to sound really, really mean.
Go for it, honey.
Maybe not mean, but like when you told me that you wanted to do a podcast, I was like, oh, whatever. Like, you know, have this little hobby and like, you know, go for it. I guess the best way, I didn't think it was going to be successful.
You didn't think I'd be getting all the people I am?
Yeah, like, and so all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I have Jim Shockey and Mueller Chokes. I'm like, oh shit.
Jim Harmer from Backfire, which...
Yeah.
That interview was so laid back and just full of filler that there was just a few moments in there that I could use. And I've been having some technical difficulties with my video editing software. And so I am struggling to get those clips out.
Oh.
But
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm really proud of you. And like, but I'm not gonna lie. Like when, you know, first, like as everything kind of started coming together, and you're like, oh, now I have these, you know, this lined up, and I have these lined up, and now we're doing this, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
I know, for doing this for less than a year, I feel like I've grown faster on one end than the other. So I feel like I've grown faster on my end than I have on the listener end. For example, like, I feel like I have a decent relationship with Tops Knives.
Right.
And I've been able to interview Jim Shockey and talk about his book, which I just got in yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I just got that in yesterday. The Call Me Hunter book. I've been able to talk with Jimmy Muller about his chokes, which, if you guys ever have any questions about his chokes, you guys can always reach out to Muller Chokes, and they will answer whatever questions you guys have. They are super willing to talk and get the information out as to what makes their chokes so great. If you watch my podcast or listen to it and you still have questions, just contact them and they will get those answered for sure. And then, like, Jim Harmer, turns out his wife grew up in this area.
Oh.
They both went to school in Rexburg.
All right.
And they lived in Rexburg until just a few years ago. So, his wife actually has family here.
Oh, that's right.
So, if I were to, like, think about it, I could probably figure out who they are. I mean, we don't live in a big town.
Stalker status.
But,
we've seen your stalker skills.
Yeah, but, I feel like I've grown pretty well. And when I started this, one of my main goals was to work with companies that were based out of Idaho. And I feel like I've done an all right job.
Yeah.
With some of the companies. Now, I mean,
you've had other companies, like, even reach out to you, though, but they've been outside of Idaho, which right now that's not our goal. That's not what we're going for.
Well, and I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm okay with reaching out of Idaho, but I don't want to go to, like Chinese companies.
Right.
I would prefer to stay American. So, I mean, like Xmod Gear, they're from Pennsylvania, I believe.
Right.
Worked with them. And so, those guys are pretty sweet. Amend 2 magazines.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
my new one.
Your new magazine.
It's so pretty.
It's I haven't posted that to Instagram.
Oh.
But it's the.
It's a donut.
It's the transparent pink donut sprinkle magazine.
It's gonna look great when I get the AR built.
It's gonna look awesome. But we. And they're not just awesome to work with on this end. They're awesome to work with all around.
Oh, yeah. Like, even before this was going on, like, we were doing this.
Yeah.
It was...
Men 2 was the way to go.
Yeah. I mean, we went to different, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Events?
Thank you. That they would be there with, like, their booth or whatever, and you could sit there, you can talk to them, like, they're just...
Yeah.
They'll
tell
not their
high and mighty.
Stories. No, they're not. They're...
And that's one of the things that I can appreciate with the companies that I've worked with. I can get behind the guys that are going to have good customer relationships.
Right.
And, well, when we went to the Rockman games, right?
Right.
We sat and talked with Amend 2.
Yeah.
We also went over to the Tops Knives booth.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to sound harsh, but I feel like because I worked with Tops Knives and because I have a line of contact with them, they were more focused on other people.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I would prefer to see that. I would prefer to see them talking with the customers that, aren't dealing with them
right
somewhat frequently, Like, I interact with their podcasts. Obviously I buy knives from them. I don't get all the knives for free. I actually buy knives from them. It's just like the magazine I got for you. I actually bought that. Like, not everything I get is free, guys. Like, I do still buy things. And so, and I pay full price for them.
Right.
Sometimes it throws people off when I buy something online and they're like, why did you buy that? Why did you contact me?
Well, because, like, and with Tops or like with Justin stuff, like, they're supporting us, so we're going to support them.
That's just it. I'm not going to try and take away from somebody's business.
Right.
That's not my goal in this. My goal is to help support the business.
Right.
So like with Justin's pan. So I bought one of Justin McMurray's pans, and I didn't tell him I was buying it.
Right.
I went online and ordered it, just like regular Joe Schmo. And I got a text from Justin like 15 seconds after I placed the order saying thank you. It was just they're willing to work with us.
Right.
But if you're trying to support somebody, don't try and get the friends and family discount.
No. That's not support.
That's not support. That's
using them.
someone. You want to support them by actually buying the stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I am always down for free stuff. Always down for free stuff.
Oh yeah.
And there's also, a fine line, that you can draw. I am 100% down for a free hat.
Right.
Because a free hat is a walking billboard.
Right.
But if it's a company that I'm willing to support,
right.
I will ask for a free hat.
Right.
But I was also a mechanic, where whenever there was a rep there, you got a hat.
True.
That's what you do. Like, you don't talk to the guys at the dealerships and not get a free hat. You would intentionally wear the competitor's hat to get a free hat. Like, that's what you
Fair.
do. Tool guys, same thing. You wear the competitor's hat so you get a free one from the other guy.
My hell.
And then when I worked in retail, working in sporting goods, anytime a rep came in,
right,
you got a hat, you got stickers, and I'm a sticker whore.
I know.
I love stickers. Oh man, I love stickers. But yeah,
I'm aware. As soon as I got my little silhouette, and now I can make my own stickers. You make the sticker for me? Can you make the sticker? I kind of want a sticker like this. Can you make this sticker?
Yeah, now I want to see if that'll cut poster board, and I want to see if I can make a stencil out of it. And just use a stencil and paint some stuff instead. But sometimes stickers are a lot easier.
Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know, my wife can do vinyl stickers. So if you guys are interested in a sticker, you can email me and I'll get it to her.
Yeah.
So
we do, stickers. So like car decals, vinyl stickers for decor or whatever, personalized tumblers.
Yeah, the tumblers.
We have to get back in stock, but
yeah, we got to get some of the tumblers back in stock. But if you have an idea, you can let us know. We can work on it. We're kind of playing around with some other things, like those cups we got with the handles. So
yeah,
we're kind of playing with those. I really kind of want to get that thermos.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to make some of those and sell those.
Thermos.
My shotgun shell thermos.
Oh.
Do some of those and then sell those.
Like decorate those?
Yeah.
I can do that.
But that's why I want to paint them instead of sticker and epoxy.
Oh.
So that I feel like instead of having the epoxy, I feel like the paint would be a cleaner look.
Yeah, but the paint can chip.
Well, yeah, it's going to chip, but so can the epoxy.
Yeah, but the epoxy is sturdier. That's why you put the epoxy over the paint.
I mean, I guess if we did like a thin layer, but that's a discussion we can have for another time. It's something we'll play with my thermos on and see. I don't know. I've been also debating. Like, I had that Shopify store for a brief period,
mm-hmm.
and the Shopify store was just such a pain because it didn't have enough product on there.
Right.
I was working with rig strips to try and get their products on. And in reality, you guys are better off just going to the rig strip website to buy those and support those guys. They are awesome.
They are.
That rig strip, that sun strip to hold your shotgun up against the side of your truck, that's awesome. Now they're really pushing that snow strip. So if you guys snowboard or you ski, stick that to the side of your car. So you're not scratching your car, you're not dropping your board or your skis. You know, that's pretty cool. Geez, snow strip, sun strip. The sun strip is definitely right up our alley because it holds the fishing poles up, holds the shotguns up.
Yeah, it worked out great when we were out shooting a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the one thing is if you have a shotgun, just one shotgun on it, and you go to take that shotgun off, sometimes the magnet sticks to the barrel of the shotgun better than the vehicle you have it on, and so it tries to pull off. So just be a little mindful of that. It's more so to rest your gun on versus than to grab it quickly, but it's pretty cool. And they have adhesive versions, so they're not just magnetic.
Oh.
There's an adhesive version that's permanently mounted to the side of your vehicle.
You're going to put one on your truck, aren't you?
When I get a new truck. I am going to do that. You're right. But, I mean, they mount the fishing poles so nice, too. It's,
yeah.
You know, you can put your rod together, set it up there, get your tackle box ready to roll, and out you go.
Yeah.
And done deal. Bippity boppity boo.
Bippity boppity boo.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm tired of hearing a bippity boppity get off my property, but bippity boppity boo, how can I help you?
Nope, that's too pleasant.
That's Dutch Bros energy right there.
My hell.
But anyway, yeah, so you guys should stay tuned. We'll have a brief episode next week talking about the pheasant hunt, talking about what it's like to be recorded from my wife's perspective. She hasn't been on any of my recorded hunts. I did try to record some of her deer hunt, but it wasn't super eventful, and so there wasn't a whole lot of energy on that. But there may be an interview on the Oktoberfest video with my dad, who killed a decent bull elk.
Yes, did. Only a small little 6-point.
Yeah, small 6-point, and it's not a small 6-point. I mean, it's not freaking, world record, but it's a decent 6-point.
It's a good one.
Yeah, and so, yeah, so there might be an interview with him on there about that.
Nice.
So we'll have the idea of the Oktoberfest video was to get people's perspective on the different hunts you can do in October, because it is a festival of hunts. I mean, starting that first Saturday in October, you can hunt every day, and you can get several different species: duck, goose, pheasant, deer, elk. I mean, you could even do bear, turkey. I think there's turkey. I don't know. I don't hunt turkey, but there's all.
Antelope kind of misses October.
Antelope misses October. I think it depends on the hunt. There might be some of those weird hunts that go into October, but if you're in Idaho and you have a predator tag, like for a wolf or a mountain lion, you can hunt those. See here. I think you can even hunt rabbits and squirrels, crow, dove.
Why the hell don't we go rabbit hunting?
Because we got 4 kids.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they'd be kind of fun to take out. What are they going to do? Just have them walk by us. It's not a big deal.
Belle would probably like rabbit hunting.
Evie would probably like rabbit hunting, too.
I know Belle likes rabbit. Last time I had rabbit, she took my plate and she ate all my rabbit.
Yeah, the other kids haven't had rabbit yet.
Nope.
But we should.
Just tell them it's chicken.
We should load up the 22s and go rabbit hunting sometime.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I love me some rabbit legs.
Yeah. If we could
that doesn't make me sound redneck as hell.
The problem is, too, is I'm not a big jackrabbit fan. It's got to be cottontail.
No, not jackrabbit. No. You got to get the cottontails.
Yeah. Just not a ton of cottontails anymore.
No.
Since there's the rabbit stomping Idaho used to have. If you're not familiar with the rabbit stomping, Weird Al actually has a song about it.
Of course he does.
Rabbit Stomping Day or something like that. But it's about an actual tradition that happened in Idaho, where you would go out and you would just stomp rabbits. They were that plentiful, you could just stomp on them. But anyway, stay tuned for that Oktoberfest video. Right now, not a ton of footage for it. Hopefully this weekend kind of changes that, and then a little bit next week. Hopefully we can get some things turned around on that. Yeah, so stay tuned for that, guys. And then special thanks to my wife, who has agreed to be my co-host for this podcast. Things are looking better. I think things will be even better now that I have somebody to talk to, so you don't just have to hear my voice. Like I said in the past, I kind of sound like a deaf person with a piece of food stuck in their throat. So now you got somebody else to listen to. A little bit more conversation. Being a solo podcaster, you just sit there talking to your wall. I sit there and talk to my ammo cabinet. So
no one said you get to talk to me.
Yeah.
Because you don't spend all day long talking to me anyways.
Not really. I mean, since I'm home with the kids all the time, and then you're at work.
This is true.
There's times where we don't hardly talk.
I guess that is true.
I get a phone call from you saying, "Hey, Belle's got a meeting with her teacher." Oh, yeah, okay. Or,
oh, hey, Belle has a meeting with her teacher tomorrow.
Yeah, I remember. 12:30. Yeah, so now I don't have to just get baloney phone calls, But yeah, we don't spend a ton of time together.
Yeah.
And then this time of year, it's definitely hard for us to spend any time together.
Gee, I wonder why that is.
Because it's hunting season.
That's right. Yeah, it's hunting season. See you in February.
Yeah.
Love me like you love deer season.
I do love you like I love deer season.
Love me like you like duck season.
I do love you like I love duck season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. October, November, December, January. I love you for 4 months out of the year.
Oh, okay. At least I get 4 months.
I love you for a third of the year.
All right, I'll take it. That works.
But, yeah. So anyway, hopefully things start looking up as far as the season goes. It's been pretty warm this October so far, so not a whole lot of migration going on yet, but
It's starting to get cold. It's cold tonight.
It's starting to get cold. It was supposed to get a lot colder than it is now.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday was only supposed to get to like a high of 60.
Hey, but I've seen snow.
You have seen snow. Way up in the mountains.
I mean, it wasn't sticky snow. It was that wet, nasty-ass snow. But I saw snow.
Yeah. So I was looking at the weather. It was only supposed to get to like 60 degrees on Saturday. Now we're looking at 71. But
woohoo, shorts weather.
But
it's my favorite kind.
Monday, the high is 53.
Shit.
So it's supposed to rain this weekend, though.
I don't care. I'll still wear shorts in the house.
I'm just saying.
My favorite combo is shorts with sweatshirt. It's perfect.
That's where Evie gets it. Our 4-year-old. When you ask her to dress herself, she's in booty shorts. Like jammy shorts. They're not really booty shorts, but they're like jammy shorts. And a sweater.
It's perfect. It's like your body doesn't get too hot because it like breathes out through your legs, but then it stays warm because you got your sweater on.
Yeah, see,
like it's perfect.
And I'm like the other way around, sweatpants and a t-shirt.
I mean, yeah, that works too, but
I don't do like shorts and a hoodie.
Oh no, I love hoodies.
So backwards when I do that.
It's like just walking around with a blankie all day.
No, like I can't do that. It's like, I don't know. It's like those dudes that like sleep with a t-shirt on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like just t-shirt. Like nah. Like
you get tangled up in a blanket, and then you still mind you, Jack.
Yeah. I don't do that so much when I got the CPAP on though.
No, it's because it's your leash.
I have a leash. It keeps me on my side of the bed.
Yeah. The 2 nights where you didn't have it, I was like, oh my sweet God.
She was gonna kill me.
I was, and that's why last night I headed home. I was like, oh, it's almost 9 o'clock at night. That's right. I'm going to the store to get you water.
Yeah. Well, the first night I didn't have it. She woke me up. It's like, you're waking up the baby. Put on your CPAP. I don't have any water. Oh my God.
That was me just trying to be nice of like, shut the up. Because you weren't waking the baby, you were waking up me.
It wouldn't have surprised me if I was waking up the baby. But anyway, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I know this was a longer episode. The episodes are going to be a little bit longer now. That I'm not all by my lonesome. You know, like
I'm sure we'll have some short ones.
Yeah, probably not this whole hour and a half thing, but you know, coming up on the off season, starting in February, things are going to kind of slow down.
Yeah.
But then we'll kind of start talking about gear and kind of what we're preparing for, because next year's supposed to be another big year.
Yep. Your big hunt.
I got a big hunt coming up, and we'll talk more about that.
And I get to do antelope finally.
Yep, you'll get to do some antelope, and then we'll have next year's Oktoberfest will be
hopefully better.
I
think it'll be better because this year we kind of quickly planned it, where next year we will have kind of a better idea of what all we want to do, what all we want to include.
Well, and then that's just it. I'll have all year to film different segments, because it's not just like this year. I came up with the idea really late to do that Oktoberfest video.
It was like, yeah.
It was like September.
It was right around Coulter's birthday.
Yeah, which is the end of September.
The last 2 weeks of September, and you were like, I want to do an Oktoberfest, and I'm like, do what?
Yeah, so that was pretty late to plan that, and so that kind of put all the people that I wanted to film with in a bind too, like Rockman, trying to get with them.
Right.
It's a really rough year to get with Rockman because those guys are slammed.
Right.
Well,
and it's a rough time.
Yeah.
Like trying to get, right now, like you said, I'll see you in February. It's pretty much how it is with everybody.
I know.
Right now with hunting, it's hard to get with those groups where that is, well, yes, that's what they sell, but that's also what they do.
I know. And so I'm hoping that next year I can do videos kind of throughout the year and be able to kind of compile those throughout the year and get a decent video out of it. But that'll give me more opportunities to do the kind of sponsor spots, I guess.
Yeah.
So like with the Rockman, and then maybe I can get some other people involved. I would love to get the guys from Slayer Calls involved on that too.
Yeah.
And so we'll see how that goes. Just had a conversation with them the other day, but it had nothing to do with the podcast.
It was just you figuring out how to work a duck call.
Okay, but cut down calls are hard, and that'll be the conversation for next week's podcast. How's that?
Like I have room to talk on a duck call.
Exactly. All right. Thank you guys very much for tuning in.
Thank you.
We will see you guys. Well, we won't see you, but hopefully you listen to us next week. As always, aim slow and shoot fast.